Hello, this is Guitar God 645 here. Happy New Year one and all, first of all. And here I am again with another movie review. And I've got to say, this is one movie I do not want to review. But so many people have requested it yet again. And of course, I am talking about the god-awful VH1 original movie, that is Man in the Mirror, the Michael Jackson story. A movie that is so bad and gets so much wrong with it, and this is supposed to be about Michael Jackson's life, one of the greatest artists who ever lived, next to Freddie. And, you just end up asking yourself, where did it all go wrong? I mean, first, the casting is completely wrong. I mean, they change a lot of the names in it as well, apart from the immediate family. And, I mean, like, for instance, the guy they got to play Frank DeLeo, they change his name to Ziggy, give him short brown hair, and make him slim. Whereas we know Frank DeLeo looked nothing like that. I'd say one of the only other good castings, sound-alike wise, was the woman who played Lisa Marie Presley. She actually did quite a good job. And I was sitting through this movie again the other day, and I was just thinking to myself, why does it keep jumping around as well? Like, for instance, there's a scene where after Michael has just split with Lisa Marie after collapsing from his HBO rehearsal special, he decides to go for surgery on his nose again, and then all of a sudden it just cuts to him being completely porcelain white, and looking like he did in his later years, when at that time he looked nothing like that. And yet again, when he first moves into Neverland, he's still looking like a very black person, when, as most of us know, when he actually moved into Neverland, it was halfway through his bad tour, so they mucked that up a bit. And also, which I suppose is understandable, they changed the names of the boys who accused him of child molestation as well, but that is probably one of the only understanding things of the movie. Like I said, and also you get the feeling that the director who was trying to do this didn't know much about movies. I'm not sure if he directed anything else before this or anything like that, but like I said, the casting's wrong. The dialogue, that when it's spoken, it's a lot of very wooden acting, one tone yet again. But like I said, this is definitely a movie to avoid. I was going to go into the full plot details of this movie, but it's one of those you have to see to believe how bad it is, so I don't want to spoil too much. But this movie goes right from when Michael had just become the biggest star in the world with Thriller, and of course goes right from there to the Pepsi commercial shoot when he burnt his hair, and also follows him on the Victory tour when he announced, that was all it for the Jackson brothers performing. And then of course goes through the course of his solo career, like when he released Dangerous and apparently fired Frank DeLeo. I'm not sure if that's true or not. People have to tell me about that in the comments. And obviously the child molestation cases, LaToya going on about how she practically accused Michael, and Michael getting very upset with that, and then of course him settling the first case, and then he meets Lisa Marie, and it seems like they are very happy together at the time, and they get on really well. And obviously eventually they get married, and everything seems to still be going well until Michael starts playing with another little boy again that's not her two children. So while it goes on from there, he realises that he's got to rehearse for a comeback special, but collapses, as I've already said. After that, he obviously meets Debbie Rowe, and they have their 2 children, Prince and Paris. But like I said, the way how Flex Alexander looks in this movie as Michael Jackson, for a start, he's too tall and he's too muscly. Michael was short; he was about 5'5", 5'6", something like that, and he was always really skinny. You know, he wasn't this big guy that they obviously cast. And when this guy's dancing, he tries, but you just look at him thinking, what's all that about, basically. I think this movie would have been slightly better had Michael given permission to use the music, but in the long run, I can see why. I'm keeping this review short because I don't want to give away too much, but there is one scene where, obviously, once they're organising the Madison Square Garden concert in 2001, all his brothers perform and they run off stage very excited, and then next thing you see is the 9/11 events happening, and that is one of the still one of the most horrifying scenes in the movie, to see them watching it on the TV. And then of course you go to the Martin Bashir interview and you have the second child accusing him of child molestation, where of course we all know he took it to trial. And that's where the movie ends. Like I said, this could have been a great movie had they actually done their research, cast it properly, and got the music in. You know, there's not many scenes where he's doing his dancing, but the scenes that are, you could have had it so much better if they'd have got permission to use the music. Anyway, final thoughts on this movie. I have to say, it's one of the most terrible music biopics I've ever seen on an artist. And like I said before, this is Michael Jackson. You know, he deserves much better treatment than this. So, on a final thought, I give this movie a 3 out of 10, and that's me being generous to this. Okay, I think my next review should be, and this is another requested review from a friend of mine in Arizona. Hey Kevin. It is gonna be Flash Gordon. Now, I will say again, this is a movie I don't want to review, but yet again it's been requested, so I have no choice. But for now, this is Guitar God 645 signing off and saying see you all later and take care. Bye for now.